You guys, Naija no dey carry last. I had to start with that phrase. Naija no dey carry last though, because what is this good news I'm hearing? What is this good news I'm hearing? So I'm all about promoting the good in Nigeria, and also like as I travel by God's grace, because we hear so much negatives about Nigeria all the time on the news. But wait a minute, we also have other positives, all right? We also have other good things that are happening. So why not we also highlight those aspects in the media as well? So it's up to us as Nigerians to also tell about the good that is happening in your country. Let other people also get to see that it's not just only the bad. There's also good aspects to it. And guess what? In other countries, there are also bad things that happen there too. But you only get to see the good things because somehow, the media focuses more on that. You see, there is no place perfect. There's nobody perfect. But let's try to put a balance to these things. So recently, we saw the news that Pastor Nathaniel Bassey is set to minister at Donald Trump's inaugural prayer breakfast. Isn't that super amazing? Like, I was so excited to see this because wow, this is good. This is good. I listened to Nathaniel Bassey's songs, and he has blessed me over the years. He also does this Hallelujah challenge, and I happened to attend one of it. I think once or twice in one of those, and I think it's very powerful. Do you understand? So this is great. So this will be happening on January 2025 in Washington DC, and Pastor Nathaniel shared on a poster of the event and writes, "Let's raise a sound in America. See you on January 2025." What is the Presidential Inaugural Prayer Breakfast all about? It's a non-political, faith-based event held every 4 years before the swearing in of a new administration. It focuses on prayer and worship as spiritual support for the U.S. government and presidency. So this is good. This is really good. This is really good. I'm so happy. And before people will come and be like, why did he take it? This, that. Do you know something? One thing that I've always realized is that sometimes we have our own problems, right? Why do we always look at the negatives to every aspect? Why don't you just for once see the positives? Why do a lot of us, we have like this perspective about life that is, we are always seeing the glass half empty instead of half full. Why can't you just see the positives for once? Why can't you just praise the fact that Nigerians, no matter how much they try to taint our image, or like no matter how much we hear the other bad side, there are also other good sides. Why can't we also put those things outside? Why can't we also promote those things? Even us ourselves. Don't wait for other people to do that. Don't wait for other people to say, oh, this thing is happening here. Why don't we celebrate somebody for once? You're like, oh, it's a Christian, and see, I'm coming for some of us Christians, right? There's something that we do that is very, sometimes I just wonder. Okay, I'm just seeing that I'm not wearing my just noticed that I'm on my way out, but I just thought to quickly make this video. I just realized I was not wearing my, so yeah, about some of us Christians, right? We're not trying, no. Honestly, we don't try. So the thing is, you will say, oh, but it's not supposed to take this. Why did it take that? And the truth is, first of all, the Bible says that your gifts will make way for you. Do you understand? Whether or not you like it or not, your gifting, you putting yourself out there, your gifting, it will make room for you. Another thing is, some people are saying, do you not know that Donald Trump's son-in-law is a Nigerian? That's why. It doesn't matter. It could have been anybody else. It couldn't even have been the one, even if Donald Trump's son was his whatever. Donald Trump's son-in-law is a Nigerian. It couldn't have even gotten there, because I'm going to share a story why. So people are saying, okay, don't discredit the fact that somebody got this amazing opportunity to be a light in somewhere. Do you understand what I'm saying, right? It doesn't matter. you don't know what God has told him. You don't know if he saw it even before it happened. You don't have an idea. You just come out and say, oh, that. This same Nathaniel Bassey I saw this same Pastor Nat I saw in somebody was saying that in a comment section, was saying, Pastor Nat has been very distant. At one time, he even didn't accept a Grammy award or one of those awards because he felt that in his spirit that he wouldn't accept it. So this is a man that he knows. See, you have your own God. If you like, when Donald Trump calls you or somebody like that in power or position calls you for something, don't go. Don't go because I don't know what you are trying to so now this is an amazing news and we need to talk about it, right? First of all, even if it was there's this story that comes to mind when I was thinking about it, right? A lot of us Christians, we just read the Bible, and to us the Bible is like a story. But if certainly if a lot of the things that happen in the Bible days happened now, a lot of us would have denounced Christ. Do you understand? Would have denounced the gospel, because some of the things that we castigate for are things that happen in the scripture. Because while I was dwelling on this particular topic, right, what came to mind for me was the story of Joseph, right? Imagine Joseph, first of all, Joseph from his father, a worshipper of God, all that. Finally, Joseph was sold into slavery and he enters into Potiphar's house and what have you. You know the story. And they are not worshippers of God. They are pagans, literally. They don't serve God, right? And imagine, okay, one thing happened. Joseph lands in the prison, right? First of all. Then he now was in the prison. Then the butler and one of the one of the kings, is it king or is it Potiphar's? Which one was it? Please help me with the Bible story. Entered into they offended the king, or is it Potiphar? Entered into the prison. They had a terrible dream. Joseph interprets for them. Then both of them were released. One prophecy happened to him, he died because according to the dream he had. The other one, he told them that, see, if you get out there, please remember me, right? And you know the story. The person, it did not even occur to him. That one, he got freedom, not even remember that somebody helped you out while you were in your darkest place and your darkest moment. So Joseph was punished for what he did not do, right? In a land that didn't know God, a land that were pagan worshippers and all that. A country, don't even say a land, so that you can realize that, okay, let's say Joseph was in maybe Egypt of today, right? In a country, of course, or maybe let's say the USA of today. And then finally, one day, the guy that he helped in the prison remembers him when the king had a terrible dream that he couldn't interpret. So he said, oh, there's somebody in the den, and he has to call him to come and interpret it, and he made Joseph prime minister. First of all, if it had happened in our day and age, Joseph is for one that served God. Let's assume he's a Christian, because the word Christianity came when Christ came. But let's say it was when Christ came or before then. Joseph was serving God, so it was a religious God, the all-knowing God, the real God, serving the real God. So he came out and then he was made the prime minister. If it was today, people would have said, why would you take that? That's a pagan place. That's a place they do not know God. The atrocities that have been committed in that land. Why would you take that position? You're not supposed to take that position. You're supposed to come back to your country to come and serve God. If you were some Christians today, that would have been the notion. Because you are being called out to a place that people didn't know God. People didn't care about God. It was pagan. A lot of atrocities were happening in Egypt. People were just living their life. There was no notion of there's a God factor. But guess what? Why did Joseph take that position? You would agree with me that before Joseph got into slavery, right? I don't know why this took a different tone, but I just wanted to address something because I've been seeing it a lot, and I'm like, no, you Christians, we need to do better, okay? So before Joseph got into prison, do you realize that before he was even sent as a slave to that country, he had a dream, and he even told it to his brothers that one day, he saw the stars bowing to the moon and sorry, I'm butchering the phrases, the real thing, and all the moons, including the moon, bowing to, remember. So he had it. So for him taking that position, it was him fulfilling prophecy. So for instance, I want to use that to buttress this. You don't know what Pastor Nat has saying. You think he's a man of, I believe so much that Pastor Nat is a man of the spirit. So before you take any position, best believe you are not in the place of God to know. He and God, you don't know what he and God has discussed. So before you come out and say, hey, why did you, some of us, we just think that we can just sit down and all be talk. You don't know anything. So for Joseph now, for other people, they might have been shouting, how, why will you even take that position? Why? But he has already seen, God has already told him right from time that, oh, he has seen the vision already. Even his brothers, they sold him into slavery for that very reason, because they didn't know what that this thing meant. To them it was like abomination. How will everybody bow to you and you are the last born? Do you get what I mean? So before we start coming to castigate people online or come and talk about, oh, why will he take that position? Shush, it's not you. And if it's your own turn and they call you for an opportunity and a global opportunity, you can decide not to take it. If that's your own, if that's how it works for you, or maybe you need to have been given a divine instruction not to take it, you can not take it. But let's celebrate the good. Let's say this is an awesome news, and we are glad about it. We are glad about it. See, we're supposed to reign in the world. As Christians, we're supposed to reign. We're supposed to enter spaces and reign there. It's not only in the church, we're supposed to be relevant. We're supposed to be relevant even outside the church. I mean, not even, we're even supposed to be relevant outside the church. We're supposed to just come to church for fellowship and go out and make impact. So whether your impact is calling you to offices, places, rooms that, there are rooms that you need to enter, and without your gifts, those rooms were never even open to. If Pastor Nat wasn't a minister or a singer of the gospel or something, he may not have gotten that position. Let me tell you, if he wasn't doing anything. So it's not a matter of, oh, his son attends this church and the son-in-law attends this church, whatever. People like to discredit the thing that God has already done. They like to give you one this thing. There are things that will happen in your life. You will know that it is good. But when you tell some people, they find it so hard to believe. They want to bring some whatever. Do you understand what I'm saying? So let's be glad. Let's rejoice. This is a good news. Let's look at the good aspect of it. Let's see it as, we don't know, the ways of God is different from the ways of man. He would use the most foolish thing to confound the wise person. Do you understand? You always think that it has to be this way. It could be the other way. You don't know how many people will come to light just because of Pastor Nat being there. So, how would that song say, like, or whatever? So another thing that I saw is that Nigerians have been really doing good. The other time I saw it was Mrs. Breeze, when Harry and Meghan came to Nigeria. They were the ones that sang for them. That's like amazing. I saw that one in the news, like, I think last year. Another thing is that Nigerians are doing amazing all over the world. Like, we are doing, this is something that we're supposed to be promoting everywhere. Not every time, talking about only bad, things, only the negative things. There are also other good things that are happening. Like this one I saw, Nigerian born Bolu Ogunyemi elected president of Canadian Medical Association, the first black in 158 years. Do you know what that means? A century plus. The first, not just Nigerian, but black person to be elected. Wow. One thing about Nigerians, do you know one thing I like about my country? We are resilient people. See, no matter how bad it gets in this world, no matter how bad it gets, no matter how bad Nigeria gets, like the things that have happened to Nigeria and Nigeria as a whole because of the economic downturn, if this same thing happened in other countries, it would have been the death of them, honestly speaking. You know what I mean, right? But the Nigerians will still find a way to joke around it. They will still survive with it. They still find a way to cope. They are so resilient. They're so strong. You still see people outside hustling. And you're like, are you too like depressed? Of not that some people's mental health are not taking a toll. But it's just that tenacity to still take life again and say it's going to be better, no matter how bad it looks on the outside. So this, I give Nigerians kudos because we are doing so well for ourselves. It's not easy. It's not easy, but we are doing so well for ourselves. I know the government sometimes isn't like trying, but you see the people in itself in Nigeria, they are resilient. That's why anywhere you find a Nigerian outside the world, you always hear about them in any format. You always hear Nigerians are hustlers. Like they go for their dreams. Is it career wise? They go and they make sure that they top it. Is it in entertainment? Is it in sports? You will just see which one was that? Was it not Toby Amusan then last year or like the year before? Please, you guys, like we are trying, like let's give Nigerians, Niger, no, they carry last. So that's it for today. Also, let me know other notable things that you know of that Nigerians have done in the comment section. And my health tip for today is to not forget to take your water every time. Do not wait until you are dehydrated to take water, because I know some of you have coconut heads. You wait until some of you even are proud of saying, I don't take water. You're doing your health a great damage, because as long as you eat, you must take water, and your body needs water. Your kidney needs it. Your whole system needs it to function properly. So make sure to always take your water. You can buy fancy bottles, or even for the men, you can buy like very sturdy bottles that you can carry around to your workplace and everywhere. Always make sure to take water, especially in a weather like this that we have now in Nigeria. Take your water, okay? Because it is very sunny and it makes you dehydrated easily. You sweat, evaporate sweat, then the evaporation of the sweat, and then you get dehydrated. So please make sure to take your water seriously. Before you go to take soda, take your water. And that's on what Ijoma has to say today as your favorite pharmacist and lifestyle content creator. All right, do take care and have a wonderful day. All right, or evening, whenever you're seeing it. Let me know where you're watching from all over the world as well. All right, so make sure to like, subscribe, and share this also with your friends. Peace.